So I've done several videos that kind of analyze or touch on the analysis of whistleblowers versus oath breakers. Because a lot of times in our government and in law enforcement, they're required to swear an oath to uphold the U.S. Constitution and to protect the American people, not to protect the state and protect the government. But what we're seeing is a trend where that's what they do. They break their oath because not breaking their oath means they get singled out and they become a whistleblower. And whistleblowers are supposed to have protections, but what we're seeing is those protections are just being ignored, and that whistleblowers are just mistreated, retaliated against, targeted. So, what this culture is basically is that whoever is in charge says this is what everyone has to do, and everyone under them has to do it, even if it's unconstitutional what they're being told to do. Because if any one of the people given that order says no like they're supposed to because they would be violating their oath by following it, they become the whistleblower and they just get replaced. And that also goes for supervisors, all the way up the line. So the question really would be, who's giving the original unconstitutional order? And we can follow that all the way up to the president sometimes. But then we have a situation where the president even says things that make us believe that they can't do whatever they want and they're following orders too. So then the question would be, who's giving orders to the president? And what would happen to the president if they decided not to follow those orders? And that would bring us to the question of who is in charge of our government? If our president and our Congress have to follow orders from some entity that's telling them what to do we actually have self-rule? Because whatever that entity is telling our president and our Congress what to do, yeah, they're the ones deciding this whole system where they have to break their oaths and they have to make, enforce, and follow unconstitutional laws so as to not get picked up. And that's how we get this whole system where our constitutional rights are just negated. And the only members of this government that have the moral courage to do the right thing are those that come forward as whistleblowers.